Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video on my channel. Now today, I'm going to be reviewing all the different robberies in Jailbreak as of August 2022. So yeah, I hope I've got all the robberies here, and I'm pretty sure I've got all the jewelry floors and all the bank floors also here. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe down below, and let's get straight into it. So first off then, I think I'm going to start with the casino, because obviously this is the old casino image, which isn't great. But still, I really like this robbery. It came with the live event. I think it's just really unique. It's not really something we've really seen before in the game. Like, it just added so many more features, and it actually has a level of difficulty to actually rob it, and a level of strategy as well, so I really like that. I'm going to put this in S tier, because I think this is one of the best robberies in the entire game. Next, I'm going to leave the bank floors and stuff for a second. I'll do the tomb. Now, the tomb is also really good. I think this is a difficult robbery, but it's also good because obviously you get a really good amount of cash out of it. I think it deserves S tier just for the fact that even without game passes, you still get 7k, which is one negative for the casino, I suppose, because with that, you have to have a game pass if you want to get 8,000, otherwise you only get 4. And as well, I was really happy with the tomb at the time when it first came out, because it was perfect timing when I was really struggling for video ideas, and the game was kind of getting boring, and it just added that new extra thing in that we could do, you know, and it provided me for content for ages, and so is the casino. Okay, so next, the power plant then. Now, the difficult thing is with this, I much preferred the power plant in its old spot. I don't really like it where it is now, because it takes so much longer, and with the volcano base being further away as well, I don't really know what to think about it. It's still a good robbery, but I just preferred it in the old place, so I think that's probably knocked it down a ranking. I might go with B for this one, because it's still a good robbery. Just thinking about it now, I actually think the tomb shouldn't be an S. I think I'm going to knock that down to A, just because you need 3 people to start it, and that can be really frustrating sometimes. The passenger train, that is kind of just an average one, really. It only gives 3,000 cash maximum, and that's still when you get game passes. Only 1,500 without game passes. So, not really the best robbery. It's rare to get, and it's quick, though. It's quite quick. Between B and C, I think. I think it's going to be a C, because I've got the power plant as B, and I definitely prefer the power plant. The cargo boat. Now, this is a good robbery. I just wish that it came more often, to be honest with you, because you get a decent amount of cash from it. Without any game pass, it's around between 5,000 and 6,000. It's not that difficult to rob. It has an element of challenge, but it's not that difficult. I might put this in A. The museum. So, I like the new museum. I don't really have an opinion on which one I prefer, the old or the new, because in my opinion, they're both pretty similar. I think I prefer the new one, because it looks a lot more stylish, it looks a lot more modern, and it looks like how you want Jailbreak to look in the future. So that's a difficult one. It gives a decent amount of cash, but it's really, really bad for campers on the outside. Like, really bad. That's the worst place for them. Because you can drop your bags now, but if they're right outside the door, you don't have time to do that. For that reason, with the campers, I think I might also put that as a B. Donut shop and, I guess, gas station as well. I'll put them both up here, because they're pretty much the same. There's not really much to say about them, is there? They're just a tiny shop and gives a tiny amount of money. They don't serve any purpose. And it's just annoying having them for contracts because they take forever to open. And especially the donut shop, because people always go there straight out of prison, so it's difficult to actually rob it. So they're just going straight in D tier. Like, I would love to see more small stores in the future, though. Even though they're not used, they're just nice to have. Cargo plane. Now, this is a tricky one, because this gives not much cash for the amount of time it takes and how difficult it actually is to get it in. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it does take a while for it to actually spawn in. And it's so frustrating if there's a police camping at it, or while you're waiting a police arrives, and then you can't get onto it, and you've got to wait a full day again before you can spawn it. I'm gonna put it in C tier, because it's not really that much cash. Cargo train, I think, is definitely better than the passenger train. It spawns more often, and gives more money, but it takes a long time to actually rob it, and if a police spots you, you're done for. I think I might give this one a B. I don't want to put it on the same level as the passenger train, because I believe it's better than the passenger train, but I don't think it's worth any higher than that. So I'm going to say a B. So the last robbery before we get onto all the floors is the bank truck. Now this bank truck is, I don't really know what to judge this on, because as a police, it's really fun. I mean, even as criminal, it's quite a fun challenge to actually try and fight off the police and get in there yourself. But it's just not something that I do often in public service or when I'm grinding. I only really do it if I've got the contract, which I'm pretty sure they've removed now anyway. So I think for that reason, I'm going to put it in a B, in a C. Because it's not a bad thing. I do enjoy it. It's just not something I do very often. It's not very practical. Alright, so that is the final tier list for the robberies then. And let's move on to the bank. Okay, so this floor is called Upper Management. And this is definitely my favourite floor out of them all, because I really like jumping out the top. I really like breaking the glass at the top and jumping out. I really like that. So that definitely makes it my favourite vault. So I think I'm going to actually put it A tier. It would be S, but then again, it's still a bank. The underwater vault, I'm going to rank a bit lower, because as a police, it's really easy to bust. Especially if this little door over here is open, you can literally just run through that door and bust it. So whatever you do, if you're in this vault, don't open that stupid door. I'm definitely going to rank it low just because of that. And it's really easy to bust, really hard to actually spot the police while you're in. So for that, I think it's going to be even a D. Oh no, let's put it C. Let's put it C, because I have one that's going to be worse. And that one that's going to be worse, corridor. I hate this vault so much. This is going straight into D. The reason being, well, first of all, it's really easy for cops still again. They just run in and out of the little walls on the side. And second thing, noobs always die in that little hole, which you have to blow up and lift up the plate. And then when that happens, the bank is then glitched open. Even though they said they fixed it, I'm pretty sure they didn't fix it. The mint vault, this is the best image I could really get of it. And yes, it's very low quality. Oh, there we go, that's a bit better. This is the most recent image I could find. I like this vault. It's not as good as the upper management vault, but I still really like it. I find the cash conveyor thing here is really cool. The obby that's to the right here is also really cool. I like the fact you can crawl around the back and get into this as well. I find that really cool. So for that, to be honest with you, I might just give that an A as well. I think this is like upper A and this is lower A. I'm ranking the bank higher than these. I don't think it really makes sense to put them in the same. Okay, so the next floor that I'm going to do is this one, which is the basement floor. Now this floor, I also really like the design of. It looks quite modern. It looks more open plan than the other older vaults. So for that reason, I think I'm also going to give this an A, because I just really like the style of it. And as well, I think... so I think I might actually give that one a C, because not getting busted is harder. If the police is smart and goes behind the door, then it's quite easy to actually kill them. Okay, next we have the blue vault. I preferred the old style of this. On the most recent bank update, this seemed to get a lot smaller. It used to be really open plan, but now it feels like there's no room at all when you're actually trying to get up to it in this portion here. I think I'm going to give that a C as well. However, it also gives a decent amount of cash in comparison to other things. I might actually give it a B. The classic remastered vault. Now this one is nostalgic. I know it's not exact. I know they've changed the lasers since the original classic vault, but it's still really cool to see this still in the game. Quite easy to kill police, and I like that about this vault. And it's quite simple as well. It doesn't give that much cash though, which is the only problem. So I think for this, I'm also going to give it a B. Deductions. Now this one's an interesting one because I like the design of it, but I can never get through without taking damage. But it gives quite a lot of cash as well, which is a good thing. So I think this one also gets a B because it's pretty average. It's not got a load of good things about it except for giving a load of cash, but it's also not that bad either. And then the final floor is the presidential vault. Now this obviously gives out a lot of cash, and it's really not actually that hard to rob. I know I've been seen dying in the past, but it isn't that hard to rob. All you have to do is stand in the gaps, and then you can get through quite easily. I'm gonna give this an A. The only problem with it is, obviously, because you're trying to dodge the lasers, it's difficult to fight off police. Okay, so that's the final tier list for all the banks. And let's finally move on to the jewelry stores. I'm going to move through the jewelry stores a bit quicker because there's not really much to say about each one. So I'm going to start with this one then, and I don't like this one. It's difficult to do, it takes forever, and it really slows you down. So, yeah, D, bye. This is a weird one. When you're trying to come in from that end there, it's really awkward trying to get into it because there's a lip there. And I never know if I can actually stand up and not die or not in there. So I'm probably just going to give this one a C and move on. Mr. Rich's floor, that's a really easy one to get through. It doesn't take much effort at all. So I think I'm going to put that one in A, actually. The supply box one, now this is a really rare floor. You rarely ever see it. But I do like the design of it. It's really simple. It's easy to do. But because it's so rare, I'm probably going to put it in B. This zigzaggy one, and I guess this one as well, because they're both pretty much the same floor. They're pretty cool. They're easy to do. All you have to do is avoid the spotlights and stand in the middle. So these two are probably going to get Bs. Because like I said, they're just kind of average. There's not really much to say about them. Now this floor here with the load of lasers and the moving laser, as long as you have precision on where you jump and land, it's absolutely fine. You just jump onto this. If you get from the stairs, jump onto this, walk across, go up the stairs. It's not that big of a deal. I'm probably going to put this one in a C just because it's a little bit more difficult than these. Kind of annoying. You can never really see where the laser is, and whenever it actually gets to you, it's almost too late to jump a lot of the time. I'm going to put that one in D. Actually, no, I'm going to give that one a C. This conference room one, once again, is also very annoying. There's so many lasers and spotlights moving about that you've got to keep an eye out for. Make sure you're not dying. So I'm just going to give that one a D, I think. Laser moving up and down floor, really not that hard at all. I like having this because you literally just walk through. You don't even have to stop a lot of the time. So I'm going to give that one an A. This one with the jewels on display, I really like this one. I'd probably say this is my favourite floor because, especially if it's on the top, like the last floor, you can just go in, grab some of those gems, and go again. You don't have to go all the way down, which is really useful. The spotlights are really easy to avoid as well. You just follow them as they move this way, and then as they start to come back, then go in this lane. So I'm going to give that one an S. And then final floor is this one here with the moving lasers. Now this one's annoying because not all of the lasers follow the lasers on the floor. There's some in the middle, but not every single one is in the middle, and they're kind of off, and that annoys me because I don't know where they're going to come from when I'm jumping. So for that one, I think I'm also going to give it a D. And that is the final tier list for the jewelry stores then. So that's about it for today's video. If you guys want to see more tier lists in the future, let me know down in the comments what you want me to rank. I've been thinking I need to rank all the guns because I haven't done that yet. I also want to rank all of the seasons in the past seasons. I meant to do it at season 10, which was kind of the perfect time, but unfortunately I forgot to do that. Not sure when, but I will do that. And yeah, if you have any other ideas, please let me know down in the comments. Other than that, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.